Hello, children. For the first time in the history of this podcast, we did not do Welcome to the Wake Up with Jim Saab podcast in the beginning of the show. Sobrang ngarag kami. Um, the camera wasn't working, the mics weren't working, so we just did it. So anyway, in this episode, we have the great Ely Buendia, and we're so happy about this hang that we did because um, if you haven't listened to the previous episode we did with him, he was one of our first guests when we were starting the pod, and yun, tuwang-tuwa kami kasi, there's this side of our good friend Ellie that people don't usually see, and I think in this pod, he's even more open. So what we do, we talk about the quarantine, we talk about how he's been managing depression during this time, and we do a deep dive on our favorite E-head songs. Um, yeah, so it's really amazing, and ang ganda lang to find out all these things about our favorite songs. With that said, the Linya Linya Eraserheads shirt, um, there's a new one. We just released it. It's this recent release is for Parico. Um, So check out www.linyalinya.ph. Use the promo code Jim and Sab to get a special discount. Wake Up with Jim and Sab is now exclusive on Spotify.
If you're thinking of making your own podcast, use Anchor. You can download it free on the App Store and Play Store.
Why did it take so long? I'm tired.
Well, actually, kaya I think that would be a good question about you and the quarantine, man.
There is no me in the quarantine.
What's your, ano yung ano mo? Some people got into like cycling and baking.
Oh yeah,
What-
definitely.
what's-
I had something to keep me, busy. I actually studied, guitar very seriously during the pandemic.
Oh,
Like, I started studying how to read, notes, and then I had an online tutor,
Oh, wow.
nice.
stuff like that. Yeah, mga ganun.
Wow. So you had never had formal training before?
Wala. I
Oh,
never
wow.
had formal training. I would like to say I was self-taught,
Mm.
but there wasn't really anything that was learned from my self-teaching. So, yeah, I decided that it was about time that kind of took the guitar seriously. Yeah.
Oh man,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Jim,
Actually,
you got into that for a while, huh?
yeah, actually,
Ano talaga?
bumili ako ng ano. So in the baliwness of this quarantine, nag-obsess ako for like a new acoustic guitar. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so sabi
What
ko
kind?
parang, I got a Martin OMJM. The John Mayer
Ah,
Martin.
ganda.
Yeah. So sabi ko kasi
Martin. Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
ang ginawa ko, one song per week. Parang I have to learn
One song per week.
I have to
You
learn
learned.
one new song on guitar per week.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would practice
So-
by playing it for the
With-
boys.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's cute.
So, ito man. I wanted to...
Wait, sorry. But before that, so some people got into biking, but you've always been into, is it called motorbiking? Ano bang tawag?
Motorcycling.
Motorcycling. So
Yeah.
you've always, I mean,
Yes. Riding.
riding. How long have you been doing that?
Okay lang ba? May una ako.
Yeah, oo naman.
Medyo, I wanna be comfortable. No, nung pandemic, hindi ako nakapag-ride masyado.
Oh,
Lately na lang ulit. Nung medyo, nagkaroon ng konting, when what do you call that?
quarantine.
When it didn't feel like the world was
The
ending.
quarantine was, yung tail end na, pandemic.
Okay. So I have a question, man.
Hmm.
Um so the other day, parang I gave you a call, diba? And I talked about writing songs, ganyan. Um and ikaw, nasaan ka na ngayon as a songwriter in this weird world that we're living in? What's your thinking?
Hmm.
What drives you?
Yeah, because I feel like right now, parang a lot of people, not just in songwriting, but people in bands,
Hmm.
people with anything in their lives. The tough part is thinking, parang what's the point? So I don't
Hmm.
know. How do you overcome that? And are you still writing new songs?
Yeah, good question. Well, like most people, I guess during the pandemic, I did have a weird reaction to it. I wouldn't call it depression, but parang yeah, I didn't know what to think basically, like everybody else, I guess. So yung music was on hold muna. In terms of the business,
Mm.
offshore music, syempre, wala na muna yon. I didn't know if or when offshore would be back. Uh, and kaya naman sabi ko, yeah, I decided na, yeah, it's about time since I had the time. Maybe I should um, explore or tawag dito, chase that dream
Refine.
of mine. Na yeah, well, uh, I had a passion for uh, not just acoustic or rhythm guitar playing because I really really wanted to be uh, a lead guitar player.
Mm.
Actually, I did become a lead guitar player during the E-Heads time, but yeah, sabi ko, yeah, why not? I think this is a sign that I should really start doing what or chasing that dream of mine. And yeah, it kind of made me, focus on it and made me a little bit more sane.
Mm.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Mhm.
ito, I think one component no is like um I
Oh,
think
but sorry. To answer the other question, no, I had not been writing any songs during the pandemic. No music at all.
Oh,
Just playing the guitar,
mm,
noodling around. Yeah,
just
that's basically it. Pero recording, wala.
siguro ang ano ko is siguro one thing that nawala, the biggest thing is the live component, 'di ba? And parang when you write songs, would you agree na parang you imagine playing it live and getting that feedback from the crowd? Not necessarily feedback na ang galing mo, Ellie. It's more of like um um that
a
energy, the
reaction.
energy basically.
Yeah, yeah, the energy.
So
Yeah, I want to be honest. I really don't miss it that much. I'm a little bit cynical. Not cynical, but a little bit old in the tooth. Kumbaga, I've had my fill,
oh, you
and
have
yes, I have.
Sagiho gigs. You had your fill of Sagiho gigs.
Oh well, Sagiho. I miss Sagiho.
Uh,
Basically,
yeah.
the really in your face ones. Yeah, I miss that. But generally speaking, I don't miss live performances all that much. I miss it if I wanted to, make money.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But
You don't
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
miss
I'd
making
rather.
spiels?
I guess like
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
parang you miss the more intimate ones, like with people you actually know, and also kami we
People who actually appreciate your
oh,
music.
and
Mm.
Yeah.
and we also miss rin watching our friends play.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And so ako, um, let's say, what do you think the E-heads or in the heyday of E-heads and pupil. If ito yung nangyari, what do you think, how different would your mindset have been? Let's say kakalabas nyo lang ng circus. Ano yung, tapos biglang, okay, lockdown. Would it be a Zoom gig fest?
Ewan ko, pare. It's tough to say, I definitely would be super disappointed. Yeah. Trying to put myself in my son's shoes, iyon. Kasi, yun, parang it's like that. They were kind of parang, ano pa lang, just starting
They
to
just released a single, diba?
enjoy they just released a single, tapos starting to gig, and the feedback was very good, and then suddenly the pandemic hit, and well, he was a bit also like me, depressed, but then I don't know, video games, so I
So that's what he's
yun
been
lang
busy
yung-
with, video
yun
games.
lang yung inatupag niya. But then again, since we live in a digital world, hindi naman ganun ka-apektado. It's just a live component basically. And nakatikim lang siya for siguro mga 3 or 4 times pa lang. So I guess he doesn't really miss it that much. So siguro, since kung yung e-heads nangyari to, we would somehow siguro adapt also like everyone.
Mga lip syncing for fake live
Lip
gigs.
syncing.
How many live gigs? The only live gig you had during this pandemic was an actual live gig, right?
What do you mean?
You've never had a live gig. You had that one for a car company, diba?
Oh.
That was the one.
Live yun. That was the one. There was another one na private gig lang.
Pero was that live? Magkasama
Or
talaga kayo?
pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded. Lahat naman yun pre-record.
Yeah. The Cure.
The Cure?
I mean, it's... Kasi I keep telling the bands, like, I'm so sick of these live gigs na where you're curing everything and like parang you have to
Curing.
air guitar. Anyway, here. Okay, so
I hear you.
before the last time, actually nakakatawa, you don't know what we're gonna talk about in this pod, but the last time we spoke, and I think that was like 4 years ago, I said, "Uy, gawa tayo ng pod na deep dive on some of your songs."
Mhm.
Diba? But before that, I have an interesting question. Do you know that or parang your fans, okay? They're pretty possessive. Do you feel that?
I used to think that all the E-Heads fans, I told you this, diba? But now I know that it's really not the case. I mean, there's just some bad apples there.
Hindi,
So,
I mean,
yeah,
sorry, I don't mean, I think your fans.
what do you mean?
As in, parang kuwari ngayon, nag-uusap tayo. Okay? We upload this on YouTube. Sabihin nila, putang ina, sino ba yung baklang yan nakausap ni Ellie? Because they're thinking, if someone's gonna talk to Ellie or the E-Heads, guys, it should be me. Putang ina mo, bakla. Sino ba yung nakaputi ng bakla? Ganun. I mean,
Bakla talaga.
no, I'm just reading the feedback
Yeah.
from the previous
What? May ganun feedback?
well, I mean, let's say ganito.
Hindi, may ganun talaga. Somebody said that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, kunwari, to jam with you, okay? And if there's any documentation na we sang with Ellie o kunwari, Rames played drums for us or whatever, ganyan. Lagi na lang, putang ina ng mga to. Diba? Parang,
Lutong.
Mm,
kasi diba,
Lutong.
it's like,
Ito nga, no?
kung may makaka-jam si Ellie, ako dapat.
Wow.
Well,
Mhm.
first of all, I'd like to address that these fuckers should stop using the term bakla as an insult. So
Correct.
fuck you
Exactly.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, let's
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
These are,
okay.
yeah.
So, ito man. I
These people have issues.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I
And
listed... sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead, go
sige.
ahead.
No, like I said, it's just a few,
Mm.
very few bad apples, and they're the ones that are really, they really express themselves.
They are,
So,
sila yung mga manas.
oh, sila.
Ay,
Manas
mansa-
na mansanas.
Mansanas pala.
Man-
Anyway. Okay, man. So, ako, I just want to go through some of these songs, and as your very good friend, I have never asked you these personally. So I'm only asking him while we're in a podcast. So
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
a treat for our listeners
Yeah.
because they are huge fans of yours.
so ito yung joint list
Mm.
namin ni Saab of songs that impacted us. Primarily lyrically. Talaga. I mean we there's too many songs to mention, but we chose these because they connected to us pareho. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more of pakwento lang kahit, whatever, like how this song was written, what were you going through, and the usual.
Any like trivia?
Yeah. So the first one is,
Yeah, I'll try.
yeah. The first one is Ha Ha Ha. Do you remember
Hmm.
writing the song? This is from Sticker Happy.
Sticker happy. Yeah, just to be upfront about it. Yeah, sticker happy. That was what I would call my favorite album
Hmm.
as far as my songwriting is concerned, and I'll tell you why. Uh, so fruitcake happened. Then it was. I took it very parang personally when critics and the fans hated it. So I was sort of in an existential dilemma as far as songwriting went. So I said, so ano na pala yung gusto ng tao ngayon? Uh, uh, and I was under the impression that yun nga, parang if I parang we would take the fans on a trip, and then suddenly they didn't want to go on that trip. So I didn't know. I was confused. There was no one. There was no guide for songwriters who parang sort of plateaued and then suddenly found themselves na parang not connecting with their audience, with their core audience. So I was. So long story short, the songs in those album, I didn't really feel that I was invested in them, mainly because yun nga, I was still confused on, and this happened when parang just 2 or 3 months from fruitcake we had to out of the from our contract with BMG we had to churn out another
Hmm.
album, and yeah, it was no. Anyway,
Wait.
ha ha ha.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yeah.
Ano lang. When you say it wasn't well received, there like what was your barometer for that? Like how did you parang what made you feel like what people didn't like this? Is there a specific article or
Well, well, the there really isn't any two ways about it. People really hated it,
What?
and they told me BMG didn't want to promote it. They wanted another Tagalog single out as soon as possible. Critics who really loved us actually wrote reviews about it that were scathing, and then of course the fans didn't like it. Yeah, that's the barometer, and it's our least successful in terms of album, in terms of money wise, sales wise. Sorry.
The funny thing is, okay. Before you go to ha ha ha, I just
Yeah.
want to say that Sticker Happy is like, it's like my number one. Yeah, I- it really is. So just
That's why I like you, man.
it really is. So I mean, like, ako yun yung talagang. Anyway, so okay, ha ha ha.
Anyway, so maybe I should parang whittle it down to it's not really generally hate or uh not hate but disappointment with this album. It's just maybe yung ano lang, lyrics wise na lang. Sige, let's focus on lyric writing. Totally naman yung sinasabi niyo na that you liked from me.
Mhm.
Lyric wise, I would say that would be sort of uh, my least favorite album, along with Natin 99.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow,
Mhm.
ba anong feeling mo, like parang you could have done better ganon?
Yes,
Mm.
basically that's it. I could have done better. I could have um, put more soul into the songs. So yeah, for example, ha ha ha. Uh, I wasn't just parang it wasn't just a songwriting that I was in a mock or an existential dilemma. It was also my life.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
kumbaga yun na yung tipong it was a low point in terms of my personal life. So yeah, it ha ha ha. Sorry, ano na nga ba ang lyrics nun?
Aha,
Hahanapin pa.
halimuyak na.
Okay, so I don't like it because it's just basically uh gobbledygook.
No, it's alliteration. It's a literary device. Tama ba? Yeah.
Yes, you can parang plus yon. I really did try to put a spin on it, but in terms of what it actually means, it's basically
Okay,
nothing.
the mere fact that
Basically
you don't
nothing.
remember.
Pero grabe, like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess we really, this just confirms that we are really our biggest critics, because my gosh, like
Yeah.
these songs were like,
Mm.
I had no idea about how you say that the critics at that time felt about Fruitcake, because syempre I was younger back then, so I only got to listen to it years later, and for me I mean, I loved all of your albums and your songs,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
That's right.
It's-
Yeah, we are
it's-
our own worst critics.
very
Um,
relatable na you're saying these things.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all have our standards,
Mm.
and that album did not meet mine.
Okay.
Well, ako, before Jim goes on the list, I just want to say na the first lines of, I don't know how you feel about this song either, but the first lines of Wag Mo Nang Itanong are like the most
Meron tayo dyan. Yeah. go.
grabe. For me,
Yung hika?
strangely, just the other day, I kept going through it in my head kasi parang ako, oh my God, sobrang ganda ng hika ang inabot ko ng piliting sumabay sa'yo hanggang kanto ng isipan mong parang sweepstakes. Ang hirap manalo. Oh my
my
God,
God.
it parang sobrang gets. Pero who would have thought of
You know what? Nakakatawa
saying
man.
it like that?
This is what we do. Like when me and Ali and the cheats people, we drink, and there's one point in the night, one of us says, and then we recite your lyrics, and we say, "Tang ina." Okay.
So I want to know, how do you feel about that
Oh,
song?
let's go na to. Wag mo nang itanong. It's in the list. Do you remember
The lyrics.
I do.
how
I
you
do.
wrote it? Well, I mean, any, yeah, cool stuff.
Well, that's another personal, type of lyric there. It's about, syempre, well, it's pretty obvious. It's about something I was going through with my relationship, and then, well, I don't think a lot of people realize that part of the, I guess, charm ng E-Heads was that we really injected like stupid lyrics in our in our songs, even the serious ones. Even Huling El Bimbo has stupid lyrics in there, like the yung nasagasaan sa ano yun, sa Escanita, because we were serious, to be perfectly honest, but we also didn't want to be that serious. We didn't want people to. Well, we did not take ourselves that seriously, and I think it came from my experience of growing up with yung mga Raycard duets, yung mga ganun, sa nung 70s, the funny guys, funny people. I like those guys, funny people who write music. So that was where I was coming from during the first half of the E-Heads, yung first three albums. So yeah, I always wanted to parang tongue in cheek talaga basically. But when you grow up and then syempre those kinds of lyrics medyo minsan na ano ka na parang Parang-
Talaga nagka-cringe ka?
bakit ko sinulat yung mga gano'n? I mean, I could have, it could have been a really, really great song if it had more, I guess it would have been wittier, I guess. Because it's not. It's just basically just throwing around some stupid, shit.
Pero ito, I mean, what was you writing lyrics, for the songs? How was the would you just come in the studio? Ready ka na? Pag vocal day ka na? Or was it a band thing? Was it
Oh, yeah, yeah. We never, nothing was created in the studio except the actual music na. But songwriting wise, kumbaga, ano na yun.
sorry.
Kumbaga, pasado na yun pagdating sa studio. Everything is done on our own time.
So, you mean let's say yung lyrics nyo for the songs. Yung lyrics mo for songs, you would run it by the band?
No, I would
Hindi.
by the band. No.
Okay.
Wait, before we continue, going back to wag mo nang itanong. Nakakatawa lang. I
Yeah,
have this
yeah.
very, very vivid memory. Kasi of course, my dad was a host in Eat Bulaga. So it would be like the default channel in our house. So naalala ko lang when I was a young girl, and then it was you guys performing there. Tapos ini-intro. I can't remember kung sino yung hosts nun. Might have been Ruby Rodriguez and some other person. And then, parang, ano yan? Itong next nating act, kakantahin nila yung bago nilang kanta. Oh, anong title ng kanta? Wag mo nang itanong. Ha? Ano nga? Wag mo na nga itanong. And it was just like, it was so corny, and it's just etched in my memory forever. Wala lang, it's just ang corny lang, pero it worked.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Wala lang.
Naging joke yun eh.
Talaga? Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. Next one. Spolarium.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Controversial.
What about Spolarium?
so
Controversial. Well,
Spolarium.
Spolarium is one of those cases where really the myth has sort of taken over the facts,
okay.
and I kind of like it. Kind of like the myth because the actual meaning of the song is also again is just just really mundane. It's just about alam niyo yung Goldschlager,
Goldschlager,
drink.
the drink.
the drink.
Mm.
Yeah. So we were drinking that and gintong alak.
Oh.
That's what it meant. It's all about getting pissed drunk. That's what it's about.
So tumigil na ba ang pag-ikot ng mundo?
Wali.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I have a meron akong go.
it's not from Sticker Happy.
See?
It's not.
It's circles.
Saan siya?
No, it is Sticker Happy. Sorry.
Mas marunong pa.
Kinorekt ka talaga.
Marunong pa kayo.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's one of those songs that I'm really proud of, and I'm proud of it
Still play.
if I sing it live
Yeah.
all the time.
That's
Yeah.
nice to know.
Yun, that's one of our
Can you sige,
So, sorry.
I can ask one question, one burning question, because I heard that Enteng and Joey are actually like other people.
They are other people.
Yeah.
They were our roadies.
Yeah, so that's what I heard. Okay, so now you confirm that they were your
Yeah.
roadies.
Kaya nga yung first time ko nabasa yun, that urban legend. Ko, wow! Okay ito ah.
God.
There really is sometimes yung mga coincidences like that. You have no power over that.
Hey,
It just happens.
it's good publicity, I guess. But wait, okay, never mind. Sige, go.
Nakakatawa, all this time, I was imagining you in a David Fincher movie and parang you were witnessing a crime. And when you got
I
home,
wish it was that.
I thought you witnessed a crime, you went home, and then you had a Spolarium picture on your room and said, "Oh my God, that represents the crime." So no, you were not part of the crime.
No, they were just drinking
We were just drinking.
gintong alak.
So it's about a hangover, basically.
Okay.
But whatever people want to think about that song, it's fine. That's the beauty of it.
Next.
Are you disappointed?
No, not at all. I'm just happy that we got this exclusive.
Oh, pero pustahan tayo kahit sinabi ko na yan. The myth will still go on.
Yeah.
Baka
the
awayin
people-
ka sa Twitter, Ellie.
People are gonna say you're
Baka
covering
awayin ka sa
up
Twitter.
stuff. Parang
Baka
magkano
sabihin,
binayad?
sabihin nila.
Bakit mo
magkano
binabasag
binayad
yung
dyan?
art ko? Bakit mo binabasag yung Eraserheads ko?
Magkano binayad kay Ely Buendia? Bakit niyo dinedeny?
Sponsored siya ng Golden Schlager, no?
Golden Schlager.
People would really rather talaga, they want to put meaning into everything. And that's why there are conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
How about this one? You know, Balikbayan Box.
I
What
love
about
that
it?
song.
Cuento. How did you? Well, like, yeah,
That was about our first acid trip.
really.
Yeah,
What?
Oh my god.
yeah. It was our first US tour. Um,
Whoa.
and then it was San Francisco. So, syempre, the first thing we do is visit Haight Ashbury.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then Haight Ashbury, the
The
street,
street.
known for yung mga hippie movement during the 60s. So we go there and basically we went looking for acid. we we went there just to look for acid. And then, lo and behold, some hobo just handed us sugar cubes.
Oh.
Sugar cubes are they're literal sugar cubes, but dipped in acid.
Mm.
So, super, siya yung pinakamalakas that you'll ever take if you ever take an acid. It's not those teeny tiny paper things.
Mm.
Ito talagang your trip lasts for like 8 or 12 hours.
Whoa.
And then we
So did you take it on the street and then you were walking around?
we took it as soon as we got it. We were walking around at nakakatawa.
Yun yung asukal
there
ni
was
Cesar.
there was a lot.
Yun yung asukal ni
Yeah,
Cesar.
yun yung asukal ni Cesar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, si Cesar was si Marcos yun. Cesar is Marcos's pseudonym or whatever,
Oh my
alias.
god.
So we went to
Wow.
a park. Yung si Ernest Mangulabnan, Ernest Zabala
Yeah.
now was our manager then. She took it with us.
Oh no.
So it was me, Marcos, and Ernest. Buddy's wife.
I'm not sure that she would
tripping,
appreciate.
on acid. I'm sure she has pretty good memories of that period. It was really fun.
Tapos.
Anyway, we went back to the hotel kasi nga we were tripping balls and well, I don't know. It's the next thing I knew, it was morning, and the organizer, I saw him. He was on the door. He slept beside the door or on the door of our hotel room. Kasi daw I guess Marcos went out of the hotel and caused the commotion and police arrived.
Oh.
Shit like that.
Shit.
But I wasn't aware of that anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a very long ass tour. It was like three weeks, yeah. So I was really homesick by then.
Oh.
When I wrote that, when I wrote that song.
Okay. So, okay. Oh my
Wow.
god. I'm so
Ganda.
excited to listen to it again, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, saan makakabili ng acid dito?
Gago. Wait, so I mean, as someone who's never tried that, do you remember the stuff that you saw while you were on it?
And
What-
what
I
other
did.
things are yung referenced in the lyrics,
If you remember.
if you can remember, based on your trip? Ang bimpo na nangaasar.
Bimpo? Meron bang bimpo daw?
Kay tamis ng
Bimpo.
asukal ni
Ah,
Cesar,
bimpo.
ang bimpo nako nangaasar.
Ang demonyong cook yun.
Ano no?
Ano?
It's really stupid. Oh shit.
What?
It's not bimpo. It's demonyong cook. A cook.
Demonyo cook.
Demonyong cook. Demonyong
demonyong
cook.
cook ng aasar.
Yeah, there was this guy who hung around. He was a friend of the organizer. He was a cook in the hotel we were staying at. And nung tumama na yung acid, he looked like a demon to me.
Oh my god. I love it. I love this.
Wait, the lyric talaga is demonyong cook?
I
Yes,
guess
it's the
we'll
Demonyong cook.
listen to it later and I think he would know, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess that's better than Bimbo.
That's true. I never got that. It's like, okay.
Okay. Okay, sige. Next one.
Demonyong cook.
That was amazing, man. Game. Judy Tear Jerky.
Yeah. I know that's about an
Julie-
actual person, right?
Yeah, it's about our
Road
road manager, si Julie Pacanas, who is
Itchy.
the Itchy Worms manager now.
Mm.
It's about her because I always thought she had a very strange voice. It always felt like she was going to cry.
Oh.
So yeah, and then a bunch of references to stuff that I was digging at that time, like Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Yung mga random stuff lang, just to get the song going.
That was a really
Yeah.
fun song.
Next one.
Mm.
Light Years.
Beautiful.
Mhm. Night Years. Well, what do you guys like about it? I don't know.
Well, ako one, I guess I think both melodically, like this is one of my top talaga.
Mhm.
And even arrangement wise, it I think arrangement and the melody fit it really does feel like it feels like Space Odyssey. Parang ganun. Parang
Mhm. Yeah.
and ewan ko, parang I think it's
Gets kita, Jim. Like when the song is being played, you kind of visualize.
yeah, like sorry, the it feels like your rocket ship is igniting and flying away. So ako I think it's like it's like one of the most visual songs
Mhm.
in your catalog.
Light Years, ano yun, I think that's one of the more overt, parang homages sa influence ko. It's really David Bowie. It's
Oddity.
Spaceman.
it's what do you call this? Space
Oddity.
Odyssey. Space Oddity. And I'm just glad that people didn't notice it, or you did good when parang you really want to imitate your influence, and then you kind of end up with something people say are good. So most of the time, di ba, when you do that, it almost always turns out bad. If you do overt homages to your influences. So yeah, I'm also proud of that. And the string section was a big deal at that time because nobody ever. No, I didn't know any band at that time who
Did that.
actually orchestrated as in a live string section for their song. So I think it was one of the parang again it was a goal of mine to have a song that had a string section, but it shouldn't be in just just any song.
Mm.
It really had to be special.
Mhm.
If we were going to do it just this one time, it really had to parang sort of talagang bagay sa song.
Mm.
And even at Bimbo was just synths.
Mm.
Ah.
Yeah,
Synth.
the string section at the coda
Mm.
were just synths.
Wow.
But yeah, Light Years, it felt that, and yeah, it felt right at that time. And yeah, basically, our budget was really big,
Mhm.
so we could do anything. So yeah,
Do you remember
Mm.
recording that part? The string section?
yeah, I was there.
Oh,
We were all there
wow.
to witness it.
Was that at
See,
tracks?
Mike Villana. Yeah, it was at Traps. Most of the fruitcake all the way to to Carbon was recorded at Traps.
Mm.
So that was arranged by Mark Villana.
Nice.
I don't know if you know him.
Is he related
He's
to...
he's related to sila Josh eh.
Talaga?
'Di ba?
Yeah, I think so.
Ryan? Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
I think
Go.
yeah. Go.
Next. This is another one of those songs that usually, kami, we would be, grabe to. Minsan. And we talked about this and you laughed. Di ba? Parang, why?
He doesn't like it. Why?
It's one of those songs. Like I said, there are some songs that when you mature as a songwriter, kind of there are lyrics na medyo cringe,
I
cringe
can't, I
worthy.
can't, I can't
Like
believe
what
you're saying
line?
this.
What line
It's such a
exactly ang-
beautiful
I'm
sorry.
song.
Anong
I'm
line,
sorry.
anong line ka
I'm sorry.
nag-cringe doon?
I get offended by this,
Oo.
Ellie.
Anong line, anong line doon nag-cringe ka?
It's not a specific line, but the whole sentimentality of it.
Oh,
Basically.
What?
what?
Yeah.
Kay bilis maglaho
I
ng
guess-
kahapon.
No, okay. Baka I can explain why
Okay.
I feel that way. May pinanggagalingan yun. Again, it's about fans. Parang I was kind of sick of fans saying when the E-Heads broke up. I was kind of sick of fans saying you're friends. Parang ganun. You're friends.
Mm.
You shouldn't have broke up, and we feel bad about it. You made us feel bad, and I was sick of that. And I think everything points to that song. That's what they reference all the time. But what fans didn't know and the public didn't know that we were never okay. I don't want to break any hearts again, but we were never close. We were never friends, as in tight friends. That's why we broke up. I mean, we weren't itchy worms. We weren't parokya ni Edgar. But it was good while it lasted. We had a very, very good working relationship. It's just that I don't like it when people say that. It's just a wrong way to go in terms of how of the yung dynamics within the band.
I remember nga you said na nagulat ako when you told me na parang never kayo nag-inuman ng wala lang.
Yeah, never. But then it's another one of those things that I can't really seem to set straight. So it's another myth, but I've given up trying to correct those myths. That song is actually about my actual friends, the friends that I that was with me during my stay at Kalayaan. So it wasn't about the Eraserheads. It was about my
I
friends.
feel like the reason why the the fans who are heartbroken about it is because listening to the songs, it does feel like it's such a fun group and you feel like parang
Mm-hmm.
barkada na rin kayo and parang
Yeah,
parang
it was.
parang when you say that you were never really naman that tight, they take it personally na parang you're also parang kicking them out of the barkada. Parang I feel like maybe that's where it's coming from. But I think
Yeah,
definitely
that's
there
true.
should be respect in a sense na they definitely should not be using your song against you to to make up a lie
Well, ako, here's
or
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
make up
kunwari,
something.
and again, pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of putang ina mo. Yung nakalinya-linya shirt, putang ina mo.
Oh, nice. Napasok mo yung linya-linya.
Um,
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah,
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Punta kayo www.linya.page. Anyway, um, here's the thing. Like, kunwari, if they tell me na, ay, kunwari, when I found out that, when I read the book, You Never Give Me Your Money, and it
Mm.
explores the Beatles' relationship, you know, and parang ako like, tangin, so? Parang I'm not gonna not like
Mm.
something. I'm not gonna not like, Nowhere Man because they're not friends. Parang,
Mm-hmm.
for me, the fact that there was tension created that type of artistry.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Diba?
Exactly. Yeah.
Kasi, honestly, like, kunwari, at the end of the day, if you ask, Sab and I, we live together. We're together every day. We haven't written a song in a year.
There's-
Alam mo yun?
Sadly, there is no tension here.
Yeah, sadly. Pero, I mean, yun lang. Ako, I really don't understand that because I'm a major fanboy of a lot of bands. And the thing is, like, I don't know. Parang, I just find it so strange. I find it
Well,
strange.
it's like being fans of love teams.
That's
And
what, yun nga yung hindi ko maiintindihan eh.
I know.
Anyway.
No, yun nga. Yeah. Well, I don't think you're a fan of any love team, so it's just not your personality.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then when you find out that they're not together in real life, it's just like,
Why? Why? Did people freak out that Leo wasn't dating Kate Winslet? Diba? Or parang, oh my God, hindi chicks ni Harrison Ford si whatever. Parang, huh?
Well, they did hook up.
Labo, hindi ko talaga gets. Anyway.
Anyway,
I
okay.
think pag nandun na sa point na yung fandom na gano'n, I think it's very dangerous na
Mhm.
pag may gano'n na. And I don't like it.
Mhm.
Parang, basta it's dangerous na in terms of yung sa utak ng tao if they feel that way na. So
Yeah.
as much as possible, I try to set the record straight,
Mhm.
not to burst your bubble or anything. I just find it. This is how it went,
Mhm.
and that's just the way it should be.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like what is he, Paul, recently. I'm not recently, but he openly said that like John never gave him a compliment. Oh, ganon. I mean, parang,
Mm.
that's why it worked. I mean, if
Do you how do you react to these be honest about it. How do you react about the whole Beatles comparison?
Wala na. I guess it's something I have to live with. Although I'll admit I enjoyed it for a time.
Yeah.
Parang, uy,
It is a
Beatles daw ba
compliment.
ng Philippines? I go, wow, great, yeah. Yun naman yung yun naman yung goal ko eh.
Yeah.
To be that that well regarded, and the Beatles are one of the most well regarded bands, and for a time, yeah, that was really fed my ego.
Mhm.
But then, syempre, you just can't stay there in that mindset. If you want to grow as an artist and even as a person, you learn to put that behind you and look for other horizons. And there was a time nga na people, even my family and friends would give, lahat na lang ng gifts ko is puro Beatles na lang, memorabilia. So parang nagsawa na rin talaga ako.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that was the time na I should go somewhere else with this songwriting thing. Parang ayoko nang maging Beatles, a Beatles wannabe.
In relation to that, what album do you think kupal ka?
What?
No, I mean like at what was there ever a point in time na when you look back, wow, during this time tangina kupal ako. And I wrote it as if wrote it na parang not wrote it in a mindset na kupal ako na like tangina.
So like yung
na
pinaka parang
feel mo
malaki
na-
yung ego,
feel
gano'n?
na feel mo na talaga and like you were like
Oh yeah, I get
What?
I get it.
Anong album yung masasabi mong kupal ka?
Sticker happy. Parang I was so
Revenge. It was a revenge album.
I was so into me na parang parang sa masa doon din yun, di ba? Check mo nga.
Sige, check
Parang
ko nga.
hindi.
Ito na naman.
Para sa masa, I think para sa masa doon din.
Parang hindi.
Oh yes, sticker happy yan. Sticker happy. Anyway, yeah, hindi naman sa
Yes, sticker
pagiging
happy.
kupal as in douche. Ang,
Yeah, not douche.
Naiisip ko pero yeah, I was so super egotistic talaga na parang like, di ba sabi ko kanina, oh, we wanted to take you on a trip and you didn't go with us.
Yeah.
And then that was para sa masa. Na parang hanggang dyan lang pala kayo eh. Parang you don't get me anymore. It's just so, to me now it's really condescending. That was really condescending of me to speak to our fans in that manner. And in a song to boot.
What was that?
So-
Was that ill received during that time when you released it?
Which one?
Para sa masa.
Para sa masa? No, people loved it because it was a good melody and
Yeah.
they thought it was for them,
Yeah.
like for them. Parang hindi nila na-gets yung reading between the lines, and I was actually like looking down on them, and to me that's the most kupal I got.
Oh.
And yeah, I will never play that song ever if
Alam mo
I
yun?
can.
You know what?
I would like that erased from my
Catalog.
catalog
You know what's funny?
forever.
You know what's funny? They actually did a We Are the World version of that, diba?
Who?
The Ultra Electro
Magnetic Jam.
cover album. Like they had Eve, they had I think they had
My dad was part of that.
Hindi, wala siya sa Para sa Masa.
Andun siya. Alam mo pa sa akin, andun siya.
The song?
Yes.
They had the Q-Shay guy.
Yes.
Wala,
Oh,
dad
wow,
mo
Q-Shay.
doon.
Ang kulit mo. Barbie Almavis was there.
Sorry. Nag-ano lang cam, wait lang. Wala si Barbie Almavis doon. Anyway, sorry. Nakakatawa.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, that song sucks. So.
But it's a very, 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 very beautiful melody. Tama.
It was.
Okay. I guess the last song. I think this is your sige. Sorry.
Mhm.
Pwede bang ito muna? Okay, sorry, nag-bathroom lang si Saab. Pero anyway, Huling El Bimbo. I think this is like this is the greatest song.
The greatest song.
Yeah, I mean like
You think so?
Yeah. I mean it
In our
captures.
catalog.
Yeah, I mean I think that it's parang I think it's I think that to capture the essence of your songwriting, I think it's magical realism.
Mm.
I think it's you that's why people can't let go because they're put in um they're put in magical and they're put in these like fantasy situations but it's all relatable. Alam
Mhm.
mo yun? So parang
Mm.
I was what I had a tape of Caterpillar when I listened first heard this song. I didn't know what an El Bimbo was. I didn't know what that was. So but I felt pain, I felt love. Um what how was this song written?
How? Uh, well, it's another one of those uh, childhood experiences kind of songs.
Hmm.
Uh, the whole story about uh, me as a kid going to a neighbor's house to study that dance move was
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
was
so it was based
was
on.
true.
Oh,
It's true. The only fantasy there would be uh, when the girl grows up
mm.
and the fantasy of her in a not really uh, having the best of luck in terms of her life. That was the fantasy part. The childhood part was the real thing.
Oh,
That was me. That
Hmm.
was my childhood. I had this huge crush on this girl who was older than I was, and she was the one who taught me the dance. And I think that was one of the first time I was really in love with a girl. And
oh.
I never saw her again. I never saw her again. So that was
Then you killed her.
the
That's why
yeah.
you never saw her again.
So you're right. It's I say it represents what uh, the fans really like about the E-Heads is that there's a story there. It's a narrative. Um, there's real emotions there. It's about uh, a childhood experience, and I think that's what made it a classic.
Yeah.
And does this girl know that this song was written about her? Have you ever
I don't think
contacted
so. I
her?
don't even know if she's still alive.
Ah,
Mm.
so sa panaginip na lang
Mm.
naisasayaw.
I
Oh.
do remember her name though. Her name was Elsie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. That is
Stig.
so cute. I don't know why I'm.
Um,
Oh.
ako that's like one of my, that's like one of my favorite lines ever. Pero do you remember like how old were you when you wrote it? Matagal na ba yung song na yun before
Oh no, that was specifically written for
dun sa
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar?
Mm.
Yeah, most of the songs in Caterpillar were brand new during that time. There was no parang back catalog or yung luma nating kanta gawin natin. Most of the
Mm,
songs there were really for that album.
Wow.
okay.
And I've always bragged about this that I wrote it in 5 minutes,
Oh.
and really felt like 5 minutes to me. It was the whole thing was written during a night that I was alone in my room in Maalalahan. We were I was roommates with ano pa nun, housemates with what's his name, Marcos.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think uh, I was specifically looking for a closer for the album.
Mm.
So yeah, that's why it's epic. That's why it's huge, and that's why it's like 8 minutes or something, and
Mhm.
that's why it's the last song in the album because I specifically wanted a huge closer for Caterpillar.
Aw,
And the
man.
music video was amazing.
Oh, that's another.
Who
Yeah, that's
directed that?
totally.
Raymond.
Si Arius, Arius
Reyes.
Solito. Arius
Oh,
Solito.
it's amazing.
Ito pala, since we want to talk rin about this. Super Proxy.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. Do you have any
Oh,
stories about recording with my dad? Were you there?
Or like, how did you
of
become
course,
friends?
I was there.
Paano ba yung, how did the friendship start?
Uh, it's funny because we were.
You don't have to get into specifics.
No, the first time I met, of course, I knew who he was. I mean, he was a big star, and he was the rapper during that time, even when I was still in college, and just and then he was a huge star, and I made a joke about not knowing who he was when
Oh.
the first time I met him. Nasa ano kami na nasa ABS-CBN. Nag-guest kami. Nakakalabas lang yata ng pare ko or ligaya or something. First time namin mag-guest. And he had a CD with him.
Oh.
Ultra Electromagnetic Pop. And I was really thrilled. And he came up to us and handed the CD. Oy, pwede ba magpa-autograph? Sabi. Siyempre, ako parang trying to act cool. I said, sure. Ano pangalan mo? And then he laughed. He knew it was a joke. He laughed naman. And yeah. And then all of a sudden, we became friends. And madalas ako sa bahay niya nun. Yeah, doing God knows what.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was only a matter of time before we would collaborate. So when the recording of Caterpillar came up, I wanted a really big opener for the album. So Super Proxy was really number one because I wanted that song to be there. So sabi ko, okay, I think it's time that we get Francis for this. And parang hindi pa masyadong uso yung rap rap rock nun eh. And we wanted to be the first, I at least here in the Philippines to do a song with a rap in it. So yeah, we
And
that was really
that song is about the internet, right?
Oh yeah, it was about the internet. The first time I ever your dad turned me on to the internet. He was one of the first
Yeah.
people who had internet.
Yeah.
It was like 1994 or 95. And then I was really blown away. Holy shit, let's download this let's download this picture of a jellyfish and then use it as a cover.
Oh, cool.
So that was the first thing I think we downloaded off the internet, the jellyfish cover.
Oh,
And Super Proxy was about that, about your dad turning me on to the internet.
yeah.
So, ano yung nung time na yun, kasi syempre ngayon, diba, it's like, hey, I'm emailing you this song, whatever. How did that go?
Yeah, a collaboration back then.
Oh,
like,
wow.
anong...
Like, did the band make the song first and then like, he went to the studio and rap?
Kalimutan ko na eh. I think during that time it was cassettes. Make a demo cassette.
4-track,
Ano lang, hindi, as in gitara lang and then a mic. And then that's what you send to your bandmates.
Wow.
Hindi, I mean, for let's say, Kwani, magko-collab ka with Francis M, gano'n.
Yeah, I think I sent him a cassette. And then nung recording, the day of the recording, I remember he was still writing the lyrics.
And alam ko, diba,
See,
he had like a megaphone with him, an actual megaphone.
he had an actual megaphone. That's where what the effect
Yeah.
was.
Totoong megaphone.
Totoong megaphone yun. Mm.
Stig.
Yeah.
So,
Or-
um,
yeah, I guess
I have a last question lang. Thanks, man. We super enjoyed this. Ako my last question is,
Do you know where we can get an Eraserheads shirt? Shut up. Joke lang.
Balita ko yung linya-linya meron.
Joke lang. Ano question mo?
my question is, so you said kasi na the band was all about, humor, was all about trip, again,
Mm.
you guys weren't the best of friends, but at
Mm.
the end of the day, it was fun. Like
It was.
working
It was
together
really
was
fun.
fun. When
Really fun.
when did it become too serious? When do you think it became not funny?
Uh, well, when I guess Caterpillar came out and people were hailing it talaga as, not just because of the songs, it was because how huge it was. Then you second guess yourself, and at that moment, especially as a songwriter, that's a black hole that you do not want to, to go into. But that's what happened to me.
Sorry, did you say that people were hating it?
No,
Hailing it.
hailing,
Okay.
hailing
I was
it,
like,
hailing
what?
it as
Okay.
the best
Uh-huh.
rock album
Mhm,
ever.
mhm.
And that that gets to you. I mean, if people say that,
The pressure.
and then you agree with it, and parang, yeah, what else is there to do now?
Oh.
Pero how
So
does that
yeah,
not become fun though? Paano kasi parang
no, it wasn't like super bad.
hmm,
I can tell you all throughout after Caterpillar and until the last album, Carbon, it was really fun. It was still fun writing songs, recording it, releasing the songs. But then after that, that's sort of the naging ano na siya, parang that high you get, parang siyang you get a high, and then afterwards when the high is gone, all you feel is parang depressed.
Mm,
It was like that na after Caterpillar.
mm,
Because then you parang that's the only uh escape you have.
mm.
And then what else is there after that?
um,
Plus magkakasawa na kayo eh. So you wanna do something else basically.
talagang ginulpi kayo ng ano no, ng like how crazy was your schedule? Like I mean during the peak.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. But, I really had fun.
Mm.
I really didn't mind the craziness of it actually.
Mm. Well, I think it's a good thing. It's good to know that you still had fun all the way till the end. So, I mean,
Yeah.
listening to the songs won't, I'll still feel happy listening to the songs, which we'll do right after this pod.
This was
Enjoy.
awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for being so
bro.
open
Yeah.
and sharing these awesome stories with us. It's
Thank you,
always
thank you.
nice
My
to have
pleasure.
you. This is your second time on the podcast, and I hope definitely it's not your last time. Next time, I think we can talk more about motorbiking. In the joke lang, motorcycling.
Hindi, pupil naman.
Pupil, deep dive.
Magpipupil deep dive kami. I mean that was the backbone of
Our relationship.
that was the
Jim, oh my
backbone of Jim and Saab.
God.
Promise, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
talaga.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can tell you the
kasi-
story of that.
Yeah, just so you know, like when I found out that Sab had a copy of Beautiful Machines, I was like, oh my God. And then we started talking
And I still
Wow,
had a
that's
and
boyfriend.
we liked the same songs pa exactly, and we would recite lyrics pa from certain songs.
that's
Parang
cool. That's
we were
cool.
trying to one up each other on Beautiful
And that
Machines.
was about 5 years before we got together.
Yeah, and we watched.
Wow.
Did you watch Mga Pupil in Dish?
I did with
Yeah.
your ex
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah. So we watched you in Dish. Do you remember Dish?
Oh,
In
I remember that.
ABS-CBN.
ABS.
Oh,
I think
dish.
meron akong
Yeah.
picture with Ellie noon. I hope I can find it.
Grabe. Grabe, ang tagal na.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's nice to know. That's nice to know.
So anything cool or whatever that I heard I
Cool.
just heard the like offshore music's artist Suspiria Pink.
Oh!
They have a song with Saab. And I
Yeah,
heard it. I
which
love it.
reminds me,
Narinig mo na, Ellie?
narinig ko na yung song, pero yung with your voice on it, wala, hindi pa.
Narinig ko na.
Narinig ko na ngayon lang.
Ano?
I
Ganda!
like it.
What do
I
you
hope
think?
you like it. I hope you like it.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I know I like
Yeah,
it.
I like the song, so I'm so happy that I was asked to be part of it. So thank you for that, and I really hope you like
Thank
the
you,
version
thank
with
you.
me in it. Let me know what you think. I hope you
Sige,
like it.
sige.
Yun.
Oh, yung picture mo daw pala.
Oo nga pala.
Tingnan daw ng picture mo.
Wait, sige, before we leave, Ellie,
Oh,
what's a movie we should watch?
Oo nga pala, yun pala.
movie?
Any
movie
any
watch?
movie
What is
recommendation
the
right
best
now?
movie you've seen during this quarantine?
Anything you think we should
Oh.
watch?
Or a show? Kasi man, like,
No pressure. I mean, like it's not. It doesn't have to be the best movie of all time. As in, lang, just like, what should we watch this weekend? What do you think?
Have you guys seen Crawl?
No, it's that. Is it horror?
Crawl. Yeah, it's about it's horror.
Eh.
It's about an alligator attack,
Ah,
but it's pretty good. You'll have fun.
Oh no.
not hindi siya ghost, walang multo.
Crawl, alligator nga.
Oh.
Alligator. May ghost ba ng alligator?
Okay, thanks. That sounds fun. Ish.
Okay.
It is. You'll have fun.
Okay, sige, sige.
Sige.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. And say hi to
Alright,
your cats
guys.
for us.
I will.
Bye.
Bye, guys.